Hello and welcome to my channel. This is season 3, episode 32. Before I start this video, I want to thank those that have subscribed to my channel and thank you to those of you that have been following and supporting me. Now, I have one notification, and that is, yes, I have booked on for this Sunday at Reforger. Fingers crossed, hopefully some good weather. And that's it, let's get into this video. Now, if you haven't seen my last video, go check that out. So, I've been doing a lot of gameplay footage recently, and I have collected a few items here and there for some projects, some ideas. So I thought I'd do this one especially because a package did turn up from Amazon yesterday. I did order for 2-day delivery or whatever it is on Amazon, and it turned up yesterday whilst I was uploading my video. I managed to get a video ready to go. It was okay. I accidentally deleted it, and when you're going through quite a few things editing, as an Airsofter as well as a YouTuber, you might delete something by accident and you can't get it back unless you know what you're doing. But looking back on it now, it was a bit rushed. It was in the heat of the moment, the excitement, and I look back at the video and think that could be better. So that's why I'm doing this video now. So as you can see, there are 2 Lee Enfields, one on each side. Now, what I got from Amazon was 2 parts. Now this is a simple modification, hopefully, fingers crossed. Since I did the test yesterday, I know for a fact it works, but I'm going to make it better so you can see. But let's quickly go over these 2 rips here. Now, we're going to go with this one here. This is my Shoot and Scoot SMLE Lee Enfield. Around. Now, this is the old guard, and when I bought this was prior to COVID, so probably about 2018, 2019 I got this. I took it out for the first time, I lost 2 mags, and I decided, what the hell, I'll go with a bayonet charge, and the first person I get is a ghillie. Then I got 2 AEG players straight after that, and then on another day I got some other AEG player. Now I'm going to turn it around so you can see, so that's where the mag would go in. The issue was with this, the bolt, every time I'd rack it back, it would slam fire back in, so basically this wouldn't work. I took it to Red Alert and asked them, look, can you fix this if it's possible? And then I was told that the part required to fix this wasn't in stock and most likely wouldn't come back into stock. And that was a shame. And here's the interesting part. From the old guard to the new guard, I went into the Red Alert container, their main place where you sign in, and this was the last one that was on the display item, and I made a deal with Red Alert, basically saying, look, can I pay half of this as an installment so you can get the other half, and could you salvage whatever you can from this Shoot and Scoot and transfer over to the S&T? And they were like, since we know you, yeah. So 2 weeks later, I returned back to the field, and if you haven't seen my other video, go check it out because I'm using that. Now, it is a shame that this had to be retired, I suppose is the word. I did manage to get 4 bayonet kills with this and 8 confirmed hits before it decided to basically die. So it's still a nice piece of kit. Other than that, chances of it getting fixed are very unlikely. I suppose if you're a collector, not a bad piece, I suppose. Might try and salvage what parts I can, may even try and sell them. I haven't made up my mind yet. Good wall decoration or paperweight, but other than that, can't really use it for airsoft anymore apart from attaching bayonet and charging. Again, a lot of fun, but without any ability to shoot it, it's pretty pointless. So I'm going to put this down. So let's move over to this one. This is the new guard, the young and improved version. Now this is an S&T model. I'll turn it around so you can see that. So you've got the safety mechanism here, don't worry. Okay, I'm going to show this right now. So underneath here where the trigger is, magazine release, it's empty. So flick forward, fire, flick back, safety. Since my first game, this has come a little loose. It still fires since I tested it yesterday, but it doesn't close in properly, so I might get, well, red alert to check that just to make sure everything's okay. Now, what I've noticed is, if I turn this around, this is the hop-up right here. Now, I did ask them specifically at red alert to make sure this was AEG limit, because I've got the bayonet and I like to charge people. So this is not a DMR or a sniper, this is just AEG settings, which is great. Again, a lot more of a challenge compared to all the AEGs on the field, but again, it's also a fun factor as well. Now, since this is safe, I know there's no BBs and everything, I flick the safety forwards. Now, when I pull this back, and again, like with all springs, you have to wear them in, obviously to make them smoother and easier to use. Now, what I've noticed is, pulling back, sometimes you think, oh yeah, it's back, but then stand back. Again, you haven't fully committed, so again, a bit more, and notice it locks back. Obviously, forwards, then fire. Job done, hopefully you hit the target. Again, not easy. Running 0.3s, best option from the people that I spoke to at Red Alert who have these models. Again, internally, as far as I know, it hasn't been tweaked or anything, so it is just basic as far as I know. Put the safety back on. Now, if you look at this, and it is a nice piece of kit, the only two things that came from that model over to here is the sling and the bayonet attachment, because apparently the S and T one has been transferred over to there. It doesn't fit my bayonet unless you do some modifications. So this is the shoot and scoot front part, which does fit the bayonet, which is fantastic. Now, what I'm going to say right now for this airsoft idea, these two pieces, the modification, they're going to go here. Now, I have actually put pictures already from yesterday up on Instagram, so if you want to get a basic idea, go and look on there. Now, the whole idea is like anything, when it comes to airsoft, you can get any sort of attachment or modification if you're creative. So this is going to be my idea, okay? And there are loads of other airsofters out there, or people that use real firearms that can like come up with homemade, you know, attachments. So the whole idea is with this, how often do you see a Lee Enfield on the field, apart from World War II reenactments or any sort of reenactment? So these things are not a rare breed, I suppose, but a rare sight. Now, if you get like an AK or an M4, you can easily find parts, you can find like attachments specifically for them, Picatinny rails, Picatinny attachments. However, if you are looking for something like this for a bolt action classic, and you can look for reproductions or real things, yeah, you're going to get hit by the prices, and trying to find particular pieces that will fit this, not easy to come by or cheap. So sometimes, like in this video, we're going to be looking at a very basic option. Now, my whole idea is to make sure the attachment goes here, and obviously make sure I can still see through here, because obviously in airsoft you have to look down the sight, obviously when you're shooting at a target. And also, I'm also going to be looking at putting my scope cam on for the first time, testing it out, and seeing after the accident if it will work. So I'm going to put this back down here. Now, what will happen is, I'm going to go outside into the back garden, and I'm going to set up the modification. So, let's go outside. So everything you see out here is what I'm going to be using for my modification. So, basic penknife, multi-tool, or toolkit, whatever you have. Obviously, flathead screwdriver going to be important. For the scope cam, which I'll be testing, fingers crossed. A pair of cutters with the zip ties. The magazine, fully loaded. Again, this is metal, it's not polymer or anything, so it adds weight. Now, these are the two attachments that came in here, which, as you can see, I took some test shots at yesterday, and you can see that it does hit the target. And I've got the two zip ties over here. I'll move those over here. Now, this is an anti-slip matte fabric. I highly recommend, if you can't get one of these, get some camo tape. Should be easy enough to get and cheap enough as an alternative to this. So I've roughly cut this so I know where I'm going to be putting it. Now, here are the two attachments that came in this yesterday. The Picatinny rail, this is a 7 slot, and a Picatinny high raised scope attachment. so I've got the gap so I can see down the iron sight. So I'm going to quickly attach this on, and I say quickly, hopefully. Alright, let's look it up. Basic Allen key that came with it. Try and be quick as I can. Once you get one, it's easier on the other. Now, if for whatever reason you don't want to run the scope cam, because batteries run out or anything, it will go on here, so you can take it off. So again, you don't have to run with it all day. So I'm going to attach it on now. Okay, give me 1 second. Be quick as I can. There we go. And before you know it, hopefully, that will do for the video. So as you can see, that's basically what I'm going to be using. Again, put some pictures up on Instagram, on my channel, my page, whatever you want to call it. Now, the next part, zip ties. So the attachment is going to go here. Sure, put this over quickly. Again, lock it into place. Now, you could use an elastic band if you want to. Again, your own preference. So, do the same with this one. Go over. And there we go. Now, the tricky part, which I'm going to try and do. Okay. So, the fabric is going to be here. Now, I'm going to leave a gap for the hop up just in case, for whatever reason. So, make sure it's on as best as I can. Line this up. Okay. Now, note straight away. Now, I tried this yesterday without the anti-slip, and it was secured with the zip ties, but there would be a few times where it would move only just slightly. But if you want to get the best results you can, so hopefully I'm going to just line this up quickly. Make sure again. Look down. Yep. Okay. Now the zip tie options. So here we go. Line it up with the actual part, and then pull away. Again. There we go. Starting to get a little bit more secure now. Again, I'm trying to do this for you guys as well, so you can get the benefit and see the result. Hopefully, fingers crossed. There we go. Put it down. Now, again, just double check. And there we go. Now the next one, line it up. I'm going to put it this way so we can try and keep it on the same side. Line it up, the gap in the rail, and then come on. There we go. Again, make sure, always trying to keep it in line as much as possible. Make sure again, secure as much as possible. And again, okay. Alright. So, to me, that's a rough job. Again, a little bit of movement, but again, this is just a makeshift job. So, what I'm going to do now, again, it's pretty good. It's not moving as much, which is great. Again, make sure, again, all part of trials is making sure all things are secure that you need. Now, cutters, obviously, it cuts away, good enough. There you have something very basic. Looks a bit scruffy, but again, at least I can still move it, I can realign it if necessary. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to go and set up my target. Right, again, apologies for the sound in the background, but here you go, here's the basic modification. I'm about to test it now. Hopefully you can see down there the chair is pretty dark in the shade, but the Amazon box is there ready to go again. So I'm going to load up the mag. Now, I'm going to take a few practice shots, then I'm going to put the scope cam on, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it will work. So here we go. Here we go. just short. Hit the chair. Make sure to hop up. Hit the chair again. One more. 4 on each side. Hit. Okay, right hand now. Hit. Chip. Chip. Last one. Don't know where that one went. Okay, so I'm able to see through the gap. I am actually able to see the sight. Now bear in mind, 30 meters plus from where I'm shooting, hitting with 0.3s. You're probably thinking, oh, you should be able to hit the target easy enough. Well, this is the whole point of a bolt action on AEG limit. You're not exactly going to have a DMR or sniper range. But nevertheless, again, look, see, easily adjustable. Now I'm going to put the scope cam on. Come on, still have some battery. Oh, come on, don't be like that. Or is it a simple case of, oh, gamble. Right. The problem being an airsoft or anything for that matter when it comes to hobby, you always forget the basic things. But like all things, this is a trial, so now that I do have the battery, and again, make sure adjust. Now that should turn on. Yes, there we go. Right, make sure it's still aligned. Okay, so I'm going to test out my scope camera. Fingers crossed, hopefully this will work after the accident. Here we go. Alright. Loading. Here we go. Hit. Yep. I'm going to go through the entire magazine. Hit. Just above the chair. Unknown. Hit the chair. Hit. Chair. Chair. Okay, I'm going to swap over. Hit. Hit. Chair. Way off there. Hit. Way off. Don't know what happened with that one. Bottom of the chair. Top of the chair. Okay, back over. Hit. Chair. Chair. Rush that one. Hit. Chair. Back over again. Chair. Chair. Hit. 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 Chair. Swap over. This does get tiring after a while. And this is just one mag. And I'm empty, I think. Let's try again. Yep. Empty. Loading. Here we go. Hit. Yep. I'm going to go through the entire magazine. Hit. Above the chair. Unknown. chair, hit, chair, chair. Okay, I'm going to swap over. Hit, hit, chair, way off there, hit, way off, don't know how to do that one, bottom of the chair, top of the chair, okay, back over, hit, chair, chair, rush that one, hit, chair, back over again, chair, chair, hit, 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 chair, swap over. This does get tiring after a while, and this is just one mag. So, in conclusion, does it work? Yes. Is it homemade? Yes. Will it last a long time? Possibly. Now, I am planning to take this to a forger to try it out, fingers crossed with the weather. So, whilst shooting it out there, again, left-handed and right-handed, I did manage to hit the target. I have it here actually. So, there's the target. Bring it a little closer. So you've got the Amazon smile, and you've got my kind of BB smile going there. Again, not bad, I'll keep that for target practice. But here is the main item, the gem in my collection so far. Here it is, in its new configuration. So, get that a little bit closer. So try not to knock the camera. Long barrel, hopefully you can see that. So, for something so basic, there is one option. If you're creative, you can come up with something different, better, whatever you want to do. Now already, because I'm in my creative mode, I already have a plan for version 2. So I'm going to look at a few items again on Amazon, eBay, obviously keep it on a budget, and then try again. So for now, I think it's only fair, I'll take this out for a few games, see how it does, see if there needs to be any more modifications to it, or anything that can make it better. As you saw from the footage, it does shoot on the scope cam. It's a little quiet compared to normal, I believe. If you can't see, I'll show you just quickly. As you can see, it's slightly misaligned due to the accident, but it does function, and you can see the BB obviously hit the target. But no, there's one option for a Lee Enfield. So if you have a Mosin, a Car 98K, or any bolt action rifle, particularly if it's not modern but a classic one, again, there's an option to look at. I'm going to put that back under here. Sure, I didn't knock that over. And yeah, that is my Lee Enfield. I can't wait to test it out. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, share and subscribe. Don't forget to click the little bell icon so you know when the next video is. I enjoyed making this video. I look forward to making the next one. Stay safe.